Well, Coach, we are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Tennessee Titans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 53, Mike. Hey. 65. Check 43. Hey, gun. 53.
Garoppolo on first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Check 53, 6'6", bullet high.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
One, Omaha. Go ahead.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Here we go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
41-yard line.
Black. Check hot route. Hot.
Running right, this is Freeman. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
11. Out. Check. Lucky. 6.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Hey, high 7. 53, Mike. Watch the run. 53 to Mike. 53. I got you. Watch the pass.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike 53. 21. Double up. Hey, gun.
On second down, Freeman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Switch.
Topper.
2. I got you.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Jones has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, it's Freeman. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down.
Check. Hey, wahoo. Check 50. I got you. Watch the screen.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Forced out to it. Now Garoppolo lost the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's Pollard. Space to maneuver at the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, L.A. Tony Pollard, touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are. After a fairly uneventful first quarter.
Process, didn't it? Both teams, okay. Looks like they've ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
11. Lock. General West. I got you.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
11.
It's a give to Freeman running right. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Hey, orbit. Hey, gun. Check 53. Watch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
What you got, Heavy? I got you.
Here's Freeman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Crunch time, defense. 12, fellas, here we go. You got tight right there. Let's go. Hey, we got. Hey, Haywood. Hey, gun. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This is Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A loss of a yard.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
For them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Run for Pollard.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 42 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Gun.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, it's Pollard. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, Pollard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a give, right side, Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long for Joe Flacco. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, it's Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That's it, baby.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
12.
On second and 12, Garoppolo finding Knox there, complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly where they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12. I got you. 41-yard line.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Dances by him. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
3rd and 4.
Here we go. Like 20. We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 21. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill. 80 weapon. Alert 3.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the
Switch on travel.
Hey, gun.
Now it's Freeman. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Flacco looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Going to run again here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Flacco. He's got a man, complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Flacco. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Shit. Understand.
Now Pollard. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Flare.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll run with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Here we go. Check 31. Hey, 52's the mark. Get up the line. 52's the mark, boy. 52. Exit. 5-0. Check 3.
Flacco. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you could hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they'll run with Freeman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Shoot! Flag! Under 12. Hey, box truck.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give right side. Freeman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Mike. Hey, alert. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch twist. Flag. Hey, Delta. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Silver. Let's go. Hey, gun.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something down.
And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Check 43. 21. 53 is the mic. And come on out here. Come get it.
First throw of OT for Garoppolo. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jump. 21. Here we go. Check.
On first down, it's Freeman. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Freeman again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
21. Go. Mike, 53.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in the